All you ever do is interrupt me and snore so loud that I can't never sleep. And turn around and tell me to shut up. Got news for you, this time I get the last peep. Bye-bye.
In today's session of Divorce Court, after 26 years of marriage, Sunshine Lee says she's divorcing Gregg Lee because he's too controlling.
I'm sick and tired of being told for 26 years to shut up. Every time I open my mouth, if it's in disagreement with my husband, he tells me to shut up. That's rude. I'm sick of it. Thank you for letting me share that with you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lee.
You're welcome.
But Gregg says the marriage is over because he's tired of Sunshine's aggressive behavior.
She's loud.
Yes.
She tries to come over to me with everything she says. I can't talk without her coming in and interrupting me. She's aggressive.
I'm not sure what's going on at your house. She is loud, and she's extreme, and I can see that being with her on an everyday basis could really work your nerves.
She's the judge who gives rules on the law and life. She's intense with common sense. She's Judge Lynn Toler, where real couples deal with real life. Divorce Court. We now join Sunshine and Gregg Lee as Judge Lynn hears their case.
Mrs. Lee, you want Mr. Lee to pay you $2,500 for a television set you say he broke during an argument. Mrs. Lee, before we talk about the television, I want to ask you to tell me something about your marriage and why, after 26 years, are you divorcing?
I'm divorcing, Your Honor, because I'm sick and tired of being told for 26 years to shut up. Every time I open my mouth, if it's in disagreement with my husband, he tells me to shut up. I'm tired of being told to shut up. I walk down the street, I get in a conversation with somebody, Gregg tries to interrupt it, and I say, excuse me, I'm trying to talk to this person. He tells me to shut up. I'm so sick of being embarrassed in public. All he tells me to do is shut up. I'm tired of hearing being shut up. That's rude. I'm sick of it. Thank you for letting me share that with you.
Thank you, Mrs. Lee.
You're welcome. I'm sorry, I'm passionate. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Apparently, you needed to be heard.
Okay.
I understand that.
Okay.
Mr. Lee, you heard Mrs. Lee. Can you respond to her allegations that you don't allow her to speak?
You heard her. She's loud.
Yes.
She tries to come over to me with everything she says. I can't talk without her coming in and interrupting me. She's aggressive. Like, I'll give you an example. I'm talking to a cop because I got pulled over. I don't even know why I was pulled over, but I'm talking to him. I want to know what's going on. Sounds like he's going to let me go. All right? Then she breaks in out of the middle of nowhere, starts yelling at the police officer. Why are you giving this man a hard time? Why are you giving him a ticket? He didn't do nothing wrong. Don't you got something better to do with your life right now, right? You know, I thought he was going to let me go. No more. I got a ticket.
She made him mad,
yeah.
and you got a ticket.
Perspective. I'm sorry.
Well, what is your perspective,
Well,
Mrs.
that's
Lee?
not what happened. I went out there to talk to the officer because Gregg was trying to be deceptive and not tell him what the truth of the matter was. So I go over there with my honest little self and try to tell him the truth. And I guess you're not supposed to do that with police. I don't know. I still don't believe that. I think you're supposed to tell him the truth.
So you were dropping a dime on your husband at a police stop?
I did not drop a dime. I was trying to tell him the truth so he wouldn't get in trouble.
Now, Mrs. Lee,
Yes, ma'am.
when your husband is driving a car and whatever he did or did not do, he gets stopped for it. Don't you think it's his job to handle that business? Because he's the only one going to get a ticket, not you. So he should be able to handle it the way he needs to, and you don't need to jump in.
You know what, Your Honor? I think you're probably right. I think I probably should have shut up at that time.
Mrs. Lee, let me ask you this. Considering what happened with that police stop, and considering Mr. Lee's response, and shut up is never a good word to you.
Thank you.
Do you understand that possibly you do talk too much, too often, and too loud, and that he is a little frustrated by your failure to control your speech?
That's possibly true in public, Your Honor, but the reason I'm this way out in public is because he's this way in the house.
Well, tell me what he's doing in the house.
Ma'am, Your Honor, he yells at me so much, he actually gets so verbally and physically abrasive, he pushes me into couches.
Are you verbally and physically abusive to your wife?
You hear how she's shouting here. She comes in me. She comes right into my face like this. She's attacking me verbally nonstop, and it's just like, get away from me.
There's something that leads up to these outbursts, correct?
I think it's in her head. Because she's doing this nonstop
So
all the time.
there's nothing going on. There's no disagreement or argument that's occurring before she just lights up and goes off.
No, we're always arguing. There's always something going on.
I'm not sure what's going on at your house. I don't know which came first, the hollering, you know what I mean? Because she is loud, and she's extreme, and I can see that being with her on an everyday basis could really work your nerves. Is there a possibility that she has become like this because she has felt that she has not been heard or treated with respect?
I kind of think she should have grown up over the years. I don't think she has.
Oh, what do you mean by that, Mr. Lee?
You know, we'll be having a conversation. She'll drop me off right in the middle of the conversation, cut me off. She'll put her hands over here. She starts going beep, beep, boop, boop, odd noise, whatever, just so she can't hear me. And she'll keep it up. It's non-stop. It's both, la, la, la. I'm not listening to you. I can't hear you until I quit trying to talk to her.
When divorce court continues, is a haircut to blame for ruining this 26-year marriage?
Has he changed over the years?
Oh my God! In 1998, Gregg was, oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. Had a beautiful long hair.
That's the two of you.
Gregg, yeah. Isn't that long hair? Isn't that great? I used to love to run my fingers through his long dark hair, and now I can't. It ain't there no more.
Divorce court is back with the case of Sunshine Lee, who is suing her husband for $2,500 for breaking her big screen TV during an argument. But first, Judge Lynn continues to hear why this couple is divorcing.
When you met her, was she loud and aggressive?
No,
Or was she different?
She's developed a lot of confidence in herself over the years. I'm very happy about that.
Right.
And I promoted this.
Right.
And
Which is wonderful. I applaud you for that.
I just didn't know I was Dr. Frankenstein.
I mean, once she got on a roll, she just kept going and wouldn't give you any respect. She just became bigger than life.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Do you believe that you have felt more of a sense of freedom and the ability to express yourself since you've been with Mr. Lee?
Yes, and Mr. Lee promoted that, made it available, pushed for it, let me fly in the sky, then the sucker wants to put me back in a cage.
Well, Mrs. Lee, let me ask you this.
You know? I'm sorry.
There is freedom to express, and then there's a bulldoze kind of thing. Do you think maybe at some time you took the freedom to express and started to bulldoze him with it?
Yes, I do think that, but it was always in defense to something he'd done.
Has he changed over the years?
Oh my God!
Explain to me how he's changed.
You know what? I believe I submitted a picture to the court. In 1998, Gregg was, oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. Had a beautiful long hair.
That's the two of you. Gregg.
Yeah, isn't that long hair? Isn't that great? Had a whole hippie attitude to go with it, too.
Were you guys hippies?
She was. I thought it was...
Well, that's hippie hair now.
Thank you. God bless you.
That's not Morgan Stanley haircut.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Were you into that? And there's nothing wrong with that life. I mean, were you
still
into that?
I was into rebellion and drugs. I was just in with her.
You were into rebellion and drugs and her?
Yeah.
I wasn't into drugs. I was just into rebellion.
You were into rebellion.
Yeah.
How was he changed?
He looks like my father. Okay? He's got short hair. In 1998, right? He had beautiful hair. Then he goes to decide to get it cut. But he knew if he came home, he better at least have some kind of consolation prize. He brought me home his hair. I kept it. Would you like to see it, Your Honor? Let me
Please.
show you his hair.
I won't ask you to go get it.
No, it's right here. I have it right here.
No, I know. I mean, he did.
No, I saved it. It's okay.
Now, how long have you had that hair?
Oh, about 20 years now. I keep hoping don't bring it back.
You keep it for what purpose?
It's kind of like a good memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a sad, sorry, soulful hope for the future. It's like, God, Greg, get a clue, put your hair back. You know, we're going to buy you a beetle cut. Do something. That short thing's got to go. Okay?
Is your concern or displeasure with your husband a function of he's no longer that carefree, earthy, crunchy kind of guy? Is that what's happening?
That's part of it. And part of it with the hair was, I used to love to run my fingers through his long dark hair, and now I can't. It ain't there no more.
When Divorce Court continues, Sunshine shares a special song with Judge Lynn.
You don't rap, do you?
I used to.
You used to rap?
I don't anymore. I sing country. As a matter of fact, I wrote a song for Gregg because he broke my TV. You said you loved me forever, then you went and broke my big TV.
With the case of Sunshine Lee, who says her marriage is ending because she's tired of her husband's controlling ways. She is in court suing her husband for $2,500 for breaking her big screen TV during an argument.
After 26 years, what was the final straw that made you say you don't want to be married to Mr. Lee anymore?
I decided to go back to college. I took a really amazing course that taught me a lot about myself.
Right.
And I suggested, Greg, maybe you might want to take that. Maybe we should get counseling. Did he? No. Did I ask him about it? Yeah. You know what he said? I said, Greg, are you going to take that class? He said, I'll get to it when I get to it. Shut up! You know, I'm trying to get a shut up! Always back to shut up, sorry.
Mr. Lee, do you care to recount that conversation as you saw it?
She left out a little bit. She told me she's going to leave me if I did not take the class. She was pushing as an ultimatum. This has got to be a yes or no decision. Do it or goodbye.
Did you tell that man you were going to leave him if he didn't take a course?
That's not what I said. What I said was, I'm going to Texas for a month to help a friend out who just lost a family member and record a CD. And maybe I'll come back. Maybe not, depending upon how we're going to do. That's not an ultimatum. That's a statement of fact.
Hey, Mrs. Lee, you don't rap, do you?
I used to.
You used to rap?
I don't anymore. I did
What
in
do you
the
do
70s.
now?
I did in the 70s. I don't anymore. But
That was early on. You were with the Curtis Blow. Remember him?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, see, you were all young. You don't even know.
The Curtis Blow.
So what do you sing now?
I sing country. As a matter of fact, I wrote a song for Gregg because he broke my TV. Would you like to hear my song?
So you go right ahead and sing me that country, or sing Mr. Lee that country song.
I'm going to give it a shot. I only wrote it a couple of days ago.
That's all right.
Let me give it a shot. You said you loved me forever, then you went and broke my big TV. I'm sorry, it's a funny song. I forgot the words. I'm sorry. That's all right. I'll remember it in a second, then I'll sing it, okay? Would that be all right with you?
Yeah, I mean, if you remember it, pull it back out, because I like the opening line. You said you loved me, but
you said you loved me forever, and then you went and broke my big TV. And filled my head with all these empty promises. Well, now I'd say you've seen the end of me. All you ever do is interrupt me and snore so loud that I can't never sleep. And turn around to tell me to shut up. Got news for you, this time I get the last beat. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Mrs. Lee, you have a very nice voice. I enjoyed that a great deal.
Thank you.
So what led to him breaking the flat screen TV? How
I
did
was
that
watching
happen?
a soap opera. He was absolutely gorgeous. 50-inch plasma, okay?
Right.
I think I submitted a picture of that, too.
Do we have a picture of the plasma? Oh, it's all broken.
Well, it wasn't in the beginning.
Yeah. I hear you.
Gregg got mad.
I got you. What happened?
He said he didn't want a TV in his bedroom. Okay, so I get this big screen TV, put it in the front room. I'm in there steady watching TV because I love TV. So he comes out there and he says, I want to watch something. I said, I don't think so. This is my TV. I just bought it. He got mad at me, picked it up and threw it on the floor. I know, right? A 50-inch plasma.
Mr. Lee, what happened with the television set?
Now watch it live. I'm sorry.
I broke it.
Why'd you break it?
All of a sudden she wants to say, look, this is my TV, my show, my rules. You can't watch it no more. I'm going to do whatever I want, whenever I want. You're not supposed to be watching TV anyway. And I just got fed up. So I picked it up and...
Now you both can't watch TV. What problems did you solve there?
Only way we're going to have any type of a chance at a relationship is if she's willing to talk.
Absolutely. And did she all of a sudden want to have a conversation when you broke the TV?
No, I didn't know.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn rules. But first, Judge Lynn gives a rule on life to Gregg.
I'm not sure about you, Mr. Lee. You could be one of these passive-aggressive types that drive people over a cliff. And you see her falling, and everybody says, ooh, watch Mrs. Lee, but we don't know how she got there. Son?
Screen TV during an argument.
Here's where we are. How much did the television cost? Do you have any evidence of its value?
$2,500.
No, I think it was close to about $2,300 or something like that. With the tax, maybe he is right. Maybe $2,500 good for you.
$2,500. You agree to that, so I can stipulate to the value of the television?
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Lee, you're a very interesting person.
Thank you, ma'am.
I could not live with you. But no one's asked me to. But that doesn't mean you're a bad person. You're very loud and you're very, very over the top. I'm not sure about you, Mr. Lee. You could be one of these passive-aggressive types that drive people over a cliff. And you see her falling, and everybody says, ooh, watch Mrs. Lee, but we don't know how she got there. Something deep is going on at your house. I believe you have very different perceptions of what's going on in your household. You better watch yourself. Mr. and Mrs. Lee, I would say stay together, but I don't know how deep and off things are at the house, so I'm just going to adjudicate what I came here to adjudicate and run.
Sorry.
When two people buy something, a marital asset, it becomes both of theirs. However, one party never has the right to dissipate that asset inappropriately. If the TV was still there, I could split the value between the two of it because it was an asset that is still maintained. But if someone inappropriately and without right destroys that asset, he is liable for the cost of that asset. I don't think it's worth $2,500 anymore. Things lose value as soon as you take it out of the store. So I'm going to give you, and since he agrees on the amount it costs, I will deduct $1,000 for it and tell Mr. Lee that in fact you do owe Mrs. Lee $1,500 for me.
I never saw Ken.
Oh, you're a jerk, Gregg. God. Embarrassing to have like that. What's wrong with you?
You're the only one that's getting embarrassed here. You got this nonstop. You don't know how to stop. You just run off and attack anybody you can.
I didn't attack anybody in there except you, because I'm defending myself from you. What?
That's a weapon.
What's a weapon?
You're about to use it.
You know what? You're insane, and I'm done with you. Bye-bye. Excuse me.
I had a